What I really fell in love with about this place is the fact that you are being formed as a person. And I think a special charism that the school has is that there's a spirit of joy. It's a place where you can be yourself.
What was really missing when I was teaching at public school was that there was this sense of being disconnected, not only from others around you, but also from society itself and your place in society and your place in history.
Social media started to creep into their lives and the phones and all of that. The kids were less alive, less vibrant, less inquisitive, less curious. And when I got to Chesterton, I found that these kids were not like that.
They're respectful, they're curious, they're fun, they're just an amazing group of students. To be a teacher in that environment it's a blessing to the teachers as well.
We don't just provide them with a STEM education. We provide them with an education in humanities. And then we teach them art, and we teach them drama, and we educate the whole person.
One of the things that the school does extremely well is it grounds us in a society. It grounds us, it binds us together. We become a really powerful community. This was it. This was what was missing.
It's classically based, where faith is central to everything we do. It's a huge blessing for our community.
You discover that there's so much more to a classical education than just the curriculum. It's also the kind of people that you find here, the kind of person that you're going to become when you go here.
One of the things that we wanted for our daughter was not to put her into a Catholic cocoon or bubble, but to make sure as parents that we formed her so that eventually she would be able to go out into the world and be a disciple and be a light. The students aren't doing battle with the world here necessarily, but they're preparing for that.
The strong faith component in our day, in our school day, in terms of starting with Mass, prayer before classes, infused throughout our curriculum.
There's an integrated approach to all the subjects, so that in philosophy, we're not just talking about philosophy, we're talking about the connection of philosophy to theology, we're talking about the connection of philosophy to politics, to morality, and we're investigating all those questions through the lens of philosophy, but always with our Catholic faith in the background.
So part of the structure here at Chesterton is we like to use the Socratic learning method, which is a lot of conversation. In the classroom, my fellow students have a lot of helpful insights that I don't always see, and so they help me that way, and I can help them with things that I see that they don't.
You're going to learn how to think rather than just learn a bunch of facts to regurgitate for the test and then promptly forget them. That Socratic seminar really teaches you how to study things, how to draw your own conclusions, how to become a productive member of society.
There's something inside of every student that can be drawn out through education, through exposure to the great works, to exposure to philosophy, to exposure to theology, to exposure to really thinking through these things, and some of them are very difficult. And in that process, the students find out who they are. They gain an identity in Christ as we're forming them in Christ as well.
We hear feedback from students and parents that our two graduating classes we've had thus far, they've gone off to college very well prepared. They are successful and they feel that Chesterton Academy of Albuquerque has prepared them for being successful as college students.
The kids are challenged here. Academically, it can be very challenging. But they're happy. Kids want to be challenged. They want to rise above mediocrity. They want to be excellent.
Doing something hard together with your classmates really brings you closer together. So I really enjoyed that.
My daughter received an excellent education that prepared her very well for college. Yeah, she hasn't gotten a B yet in college. Neither has a roommate who also went here.
As your child grows up and you're wondering, where am I going to send my child so that they do not lose their faith in Christ, they understand the truth of Christ, and they get a broad, rich education, then you want to send them to Chesterton Academy.